Hey everyone, this is Tamil again, and this video today is all about some blogging basic tips to help you begin your blogging journey. Now, if you are on this video because you want to start blogging but you don't know where to start, then I'm here to help you out because there are some things that I think that are important to know so that you don't waste your time and energy creating content that is basically just not useful. So let's get started with some blogging basics that I think you guys should start off with knowing. All right, so in this video, we've got some blogging basics 101, and they're just a checklist for newbies to make sure that they know before they even get started blogging. Now, one of the things that you need to know, which I think is very important, is what is the purpose of your blog? And I think when you know this at the very beginning, you will have much more understanding and satisfaction for what your blog will be about and the purpose for your blog. What are you creating a blog for? Is it a blogging business that you're creating? Are you creating a blog for the sole purpose of bringing in revenue? Because if you are, then there's going to be a certain way that you're going to structure your content for every single post that you create. Or maybe you are creating a business that's just based on your passion. Maybe you have a hobby that you like and you just want to talk about it in your blog and you don't really have a real direction. You're just basically giving a lot of information just because it's something that you enjoy doing. But either way, there is a difference in outcome. And when you know that you want to create a business from your blog because you want to bring in revenue, then you're going to get different results from those that are just creating, a blog just based on their passion. So that's the first thing that you want to know how to do, is you want to know what is the purpose of your blog. Now, secondly, what you need to start thinking about is not only what your blog will be about, but I think it's important that you choose a niche. So if you decide that you want to talk about affiliate marketing for your blog, affiliate marketing is awesome. That's a great topic, but it's too broad of a topic. So you need to narrow it down and be specific. So a great way to really think about it is if you wanted to do affiliate marketing for, say, like the travel industry, then there are many different ways for you to do that. I mean, that's a very broad industry. So you can easily have access to maybe like certain destinations that you want to promote, maybe like beachfront vacations, maybe those are the things, or islands that you want to promote. Or maybe just if you do what we call like a sub niche, you can narrow down your affiliate marketing down to just cruises. And there is a way for you to do that. So maybe you want to be able to promote cruises and use that as an affiliate marketing and make commissions from maybe everyone that purchased a cruise from you. So when you think about choosing a topic for your blog, it is very important, especially if you're new, to get more specific. Then that way you know that the people that are coming on your blog actually want to know about that specific topic. If it's too broad of a range, then you can get traffic from so many different people that are not even looking for what you have to offer. So I believe in choosing a niche for your blog. Now, next, guys, one of the things that you want to do is you want to start finding some keywords, because once you have a topic for your blog, or basically what is the overall general purpose of your blog, you have to start finding things to write about. So you need to start off with doing some keyword research. And there are plenty of ways of doing this. I'm going to show you in just a second. So what a keyword is, they're just words or phrases most often searched in Google. So an example of that would be someone searching for best blog theme. And that right there is actually a keyword. And maybe you decided that you want to create a blog post about the best blog themes. That is a keyword. Now, it's probably a very competitive one, but this is what a keyword phrase is. And there are plenty of tools out there that can help you to find out what keywords work best for you, considering the fact that you're going to be like a new blogger. You're not going to have any real authority online with your blog. And so you're starting from scratch. So you're going to have to go with keywords that you know that you can rank for. And so you've got certain sites like Ubersuggest and Ahrefs and Google Planner. These type of sites can definitely help you out. So let me show you some of these sites right here. I can show you right now. This is Uber Suggest. You can easily go to Neil Patel because he's the one that actually has this. And Uber Suggest really just allows you to actually put in the keywords that can rank best for your blog. And it's a really great site. It's easy to use. I have used it before, but there's so many different sites out there that you can use. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Also, I like to use Google Keyword Planner. So if you have a Google account, then you can definitely go to Google. It's Keyword Planner, and it will help you to pick out the type of keywords that are maybe they're getting high search volume, but they're, low cost keywords. Maybe they're getting high search volumes, but it would be perfect for you to write a blog post about, because they're not too high, but they're not too low, so it's not extremely competitive. But you can check out this right here, which is Google Keyword Planner. I think that would pretty much help you out in quite a bit if you are looking to do some keyword research. Now, the next thing that you want to take a look at when you're talking about, having a blog or building a blog is you want to make sure that you help solve your audience's biggest problems. And the thing with doing this is that you want to create content that has purpose intended. So you want to write with purpose. That's the biggest thing. People oftentimes write blog posts and they don't really have a real reason why, other than it just sounds really interesting and it ends up being a bunch of fluff. So you want to make sure that when you think about writing a blog post, what's the purpose behind it? Am I leading them to making a sale? And am I leading them to make a certain decision? Do I want to lead them somewhere to maybe like my email list? Do I want to offer them something in the end, maybe like consultation? What am I leading to in this blog post? So you want to write with purpose. The next thing you want to do is you want to choose a topic that answers people's biggest problems. People do not just land on your blog post because they have nothing else to do. They're out there online searching. So if they land on your blog, they're probably looking for an answer or they're looking for help. And the quicker you can be with answering and helping people solve their problems, the more traffic you're going to get coming back to your blog. And that's what this is about. So you want to make sure that you're writing content that helps people solve their biggest problems. So when you're creating content, one of the things that you want to do is you want to get to the point. Oftentimes people create content and it's a lot of fluff. It takes them a long time to get to the purpose of the blog. And what happens is that readers get bored very quickly. I mean, they will come to your blog post and click off within the first 10 to 15 seconds if they don't see words that basically stand out and trigger them to realize that this is where they want to be. If they don't see that, then they will definitely bounce off of your blog post. So you want to make sure that when you're writing blog posts, that in the very first paragraph, which is typically your intro, that you get to the point extremely fast, and you do that by telling the reader what the post is about, because they need to know that they're in the right place. If they think that they're in the wrong place, they're going to hit that little X button at the right of the screen and they're going to be off of your blog. So you want to get to the point extremely quickly. And one of the ways that you can do this too is by presenting information by solving the person's biggest problem in the second paragraph. So once you get to the second paragraph, you want to immediately hit right then and there what the problem is and how you can solve it with this post. The quicker you are to doing that with your blog posts, the longer that people will actually read your content. You want to make sure that you get to the point extremely fast so that people will basically stick with you longer. That's another point that I find to be something that people don't do, but that is a suggestion, is make sure that you are just saying what you need to say as soon as possible. Now, the next thing, guys, that you need to consider when creating a blog is the length of the blog post. And a lot of times people don't really think about this because they just want to create something that just sounds good and they don't think that the length actually matters, but it does. The length of your blog post is going to matter because there's other blogs out there that are competitive that are writing on the same topics, and Google pays attention to this. When you create blog posts, I suggest that you create with the minimum of 2,000 words an article. And some people may think that that is a lot, but I actually don't. It's probably even more ideal that you even do a minimum of 1,500 words. And the reason why is that the more in-depth and the more information your blogs have, Google recognizes that, and it recognizes how much content you have for that blog post. When you do your research for your keywords, this is a trick that you can actually do to help you to know how long a blog post is, maybe that you want to write. So what you do is you find a blog that's ranking number 1 for your keywords, and then you go to that blog post and you write down or either find out how many words contained in that particular blog post. So I'm going to show you exactly how to do that right now. Here I am right now in Google, and I'm just going to use the keywords, how to do keyword research. Let's say that you're thinking about creating a blog post on this topic right here, how to do keyword research, and you Googled it. If you Google this, you'll notice that at the very top, of course, you have an ad in this section, but the blog post or the site that is ranking number 1 for this is actually blog.hubspot. And so they're the ones that are ranking number 1 for how to do keyword research. And chances are that's probably their keywords right there. They're ranking number 1, and it looks like right up underneath that is Href that's ranking number 2. So let's go here to this blog post. Once you go to this blog post and you realize that this is the blog post that you want to actually create, or I want to say duplicate, you want to create a blog post on these keywords, then you can go through and scroll through their posts to see exactly what they have going on. You can look to see how long this post is, because it looks like it's fairly long. Probably has a lot of information in here, but you can easily find a tool that can give you the word count on this particular blog post. Now, blog.hubspot has a very high domain authority, so if you're a new blog, then you can forget about outranking them. But let's say that you find a blog that has a very low domain authority, just like your own, and you decide that you want to create a blog post on the same topic, then you would be able to do this. If this blog post was 3,000 words minimum, then I would suggest that you create a blog post that has more than 3,000 minimum words, and you want to get more specific in your blog post. So you want to make a better one than what blog.hubspot has. You would want to create a article that is longer than the one with the details, including like charts and graphs. You want to make it way more detailed. You want to basically make a better article that is longer with more in-depth information, because Google sees that and they see that as a better article. Now, Google is looking for high quality posts with the most relevant information, and these honestly tend to do better in terms of ranking. So if I was writing any blog post, which I write now, then I definitely look at my competitors and I look at what content they're putting out there, and honestly I just try to do way better than them. And these people typically have the same type of domain authority, or they have the same type of blog as I do, maybe the same type of traffic. Maybe Google sees them in the same type of light as they do my blog. So I'm not actually trying to outrank a blog that's been out there for like 5-10 years that has more authority than I do. But blog length, guys, is very important, and the more in-depth your blog is, Google will see that, and they do take that into account as your blog begins to rank on Google. Lastly, guys, my final tip for you for your blogging basics is that you have to share your content. There are thousands, probably millions of blogs out there on the internet that have great content, but they do not get any type of traffic. So what's most important is, as you begin to create content for your blog, you have to look for ways to get eyes on your content. And there's a lot of ways to do that. I mean, you can share your blog posts on social media. You can even use Pinterest as a way to pull in blog traffic, because Pinterest is known for people going on there looking for blog articles, and they actually read these type of articles. So Pinterest is a great way to promote your blog, and also too, just looking at other forums like Quora, where you can go onto those sites and be a good resource to other people by answering questions. But whatever you do, guys, make sure that you are very creative. You have to be creative creative when marketing your blog. You know, you have to look for ways to get your content out there. And a great way to do that is even with guest posting. You know, just writing content for other websites will get traffic to your website as well. So one of the things that I find to be extremely valuable that I have done myself, which has allowed me to get traffic to my blog, is I repurpose a lot of my content on different platforms. So one of the things that I do is I create YouTube videos, and then I'll turn around and take these videos and I will embed them into a blog post, which means I have to actually create the blog post. So I have not only a video format for video marketing, but I also have a written format for people that like to read, because some people like to read, some people like to watch videos, and also too, some people like to listen to the content. So if you are into podcasting, then definitely repurpose this content by taking the same information that you have in your blog post and actually put it in a podcast form, something that people can listen to. And if you like videos, just like I do videos here on YouTube, then create a video with the same content and embed that video on your blog post. And this allows Google to see that you have your content in different forms. And honestly, this definitely does help you out when you're talking about, you know, ranking your blog post and just getting traffic to your blog. So guys, if you like this video, then make sure that you subscribe and check out this other video that I have on here called Blogging to Generate Leads. Check that out, guys. It's really going to help your business. Take care, and I will see you on the next video.